Social media has completely rot my brain in terms of trying to remember people's names. I don't know when that began. I'm assuming, like 5 years ago, it reached terminal velocity just when someone would be telling me their name and I'd be like, there's no fucking way I'm remembering this. I need an avatar. I need a handle that I can see multiple times a week and then I'll put two and two together and remember a name. But just IRL out in the wild, meeting someone, no fucking chance. I'm getting their name. And I went through a period where I was like, you try and play those little snappy little word games with yourself where you meet someone and you're like, Steven, short on eyebrow hair. And that's how you try and remember, you create like a pithy little couplet to try and remember someone's names. I've never gone full name tag. That's that's imagine that carrying around a fucking a pocket full of name tags like a full blown autist. I'm not quite there yet, but anyway, I don't remember names, and I blame social media. And this recent cope I've come up with, and this is a bit fucking Andrew Tate here, me Bugatti, but I don't know. Should I be remembering names or should I try and make myself more memorable? It's like you'll remember my name. Say my name. Um, but yeah, like it's also, I guess, more to the point of like, should I get so hung up on the fact that I don't remember names, or should I just think that like if you need to know someone's name, you'll remember it? When you bump into someone, you're like, fuck, I know I've met this person before. They've told me their name and I don't remember it. Usually in those situations, it's someone where you met at a party like 6 months before. You didn't really hit it off because if you did, you would have like followed up or found a way to get the social media handle. But you didn't. And so you're seeing them again and there's that temporary annoyance where you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to play the game where I'm gonna have to get them to say their name. I'm gonna have to pull some other person into this interaction to be like, so this is my friend Brendan. And then just hope that they reintroduce themselves to Brendan. You play that game, so it's kind of uncomfortable for a second, but like, yeah, also can't like why can't you just not try? And then if you need to know someone's name, you'll figure it out. You'll be forced to remember. Until then, just fucking roll with the nicknames. Slight eyebrow Steven. Eyebrows. Just go with fucking eyebrows, mate. That's not outwardly. And also maybe you can just be like, well, I guess in terms of this whole like misgendering debate and all that shit, like, should you be presumptuous and call someone a he or a she? What happened to some good old first names? That's something you don't really. That's a point you don't really hear in that debate very often. It's like if we just were a little bit better at this, which undermines uh my what does he call himself? OG Daddy, OG Daddy Tate. No, top G, my top G point of not remembering names, but the whole kind of the whole misgendering people would go out the window if we just went full name tag. And we had our first names ready to go at all times and we overused them. But that being said, have you ever been around someone who constantly uses your first name? It's like, I think for some people, instead of like when you first meet someone and you go like short eyebrow Steven, you don't do pithy couplets. Instead, they do the technique of just repeating your name constantly when they meet you. So the thing is, Tommy, what we're going to do is go get a glass of water. And Tommy, let me hold that glass of water for you. And then, Tommy, your water's looking a little bare because you've had two sips. Let me top you up, Tommy. Those cunts who repeat shit constantly like they're a used car salesman. That is that's very untoward and off-putting. So once again, I'm kind of leaning towards, yeah, don't fucking remember the names. Also, here's another one. Have you ever um have you ever been around a friend, like a really good bud, someone you've known for years, and then out of nowhere, because me and my friends, when you hang around each other, it's like, oh, I can't, or like, hey, mate, dude, bruh, lad, you're going for some type of, friendly name to indicate that you're past referring to each other by the first name. And then every so often you'll hear them refer to you by your first name. It'd be like, hey Tommy, get in here, mate. Come in the living room. And you're like, what? Why are you why are you using my name? Are the cops here? Should I hide the fucking coke? Is that some type of code that you're fucking referring to me by my first name? It only happens every so often. It's almost like if you've known someone for years, cunt becomes the default if you're an Australian male and you're friends with another an Australian another Australian male. And so occasionally you deviate from that. And it's almost like it is almost offensive when someone doesn't call you a cunt. Another Aussie guy drops the cunt and goes with Tommy. It's like, hey cunt. Welcome to cunt. Yeah, but it's very weird when they call you by your first name. You're like, have you just had an aneurysm? The police are here. You've had an aneurysm, or you're breaking up with me as a friend. So anyway, I think I've sold myself here. I think remembering people's names is a cuck move. And yeah, you should just roll with the nicknames, and yeah, or yeah, just don't say anything.